What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Dragon Ball Sparking Zero probably one more time until the game releases for all, and I want to talk about the numbers that it's doing right now. So, obviously it comes out in early access, and a lot of people were playing this game. I just kind of want to shout out the number and shout out the excitement for this game because I think, as we keep saying, I think it's going to be a big one. I think it's going to sell unbelievably well, and so the early data already is it hit 91,005, just a couple extra people over 91 for the 24-hour peak, which at the time I'm recording this was 19 hours ago. Now it's sitting at about 55,000 now, and it seems like it's kind of a slower path to kind of go back up. I'm sure it'll peak closer to like midday / at night, but I wonder, if 91,000 will kind of be the max, at least for right now. Now the thing is, and I mean, there's kind of two parts to talk about here, right? Number one, this is just the early access, so once this game comes out for all on Friday, you imagine Friday, Saturday, and normally games kind of peak on Steam. When we've seen the all-time peak, normally those are Saturdays. So I think that's when you'll get the actual number. And I would not be surprised if it probably more than doubles, maybe even triples 91,000. Like if we're looking at 200,000 plus, I could easily kind of see that happening. And number two, the reason why I would say this is already massively successful. Now, eventually on the Steam kind of chart thing, where it says like the store data, the Twitch stats, which those stats are pretty darn good now too. Even 50,000 people watching it right now, 182,000 people watched in the last 24 hours as the all-time peak, and then 245 was the all-time peak just in general, right? 2 days ago from when I'm recording this. Now, eventually, there will be another box that they link to these kind of third-party sites, and they estimate. They don't know for sure, and honestly, I don't even know how much I believe them, but they'll estimate how much the game has sold. But, with 91,000 people playing at one time, obviously it's more than that like got the game. I wouldn't be surprised if you're looking at easily 120 to 150, maybe even higher. 150,000, let's say 150,000 that bought the game early. And this is just on Steam. So you also have the console ones, which I'm going to be getting on PS5. And then you have to think about the price, right? I mean, that's another reason why it's already kind of big. You have to spend upwards over $100 to get the the higher editions to get the game in early access. So you're talking about people that are dropping even more money than just like the standard version of the game. So, already, even if it's just the 91,000, even if it's just like 100,000 people bought the game, you're already looking at $10 million of sales, right? So, I mean, it's going to be a whole lot more than that. Again, this is just Steam. I wonder, like, I don't know. I don't even know if we would ever see the stats. I guess it's possible if we can kind of estimate how well it did on Steam, and if they say, hey, it sold 4 million units, and we can kind of estimate, all right, well, maybe 500,000, maybe a million came from Steam, so then like 3 million came from console, say in the first week or whatever. Like, we'll see if we can like figure that stat out as it goes. But as I keep saying, as I keep predicting, I really think this game is going to hit at least 10 million, if not 10 million plus. Not right away. I'm sure it'll do really good right away, but it'll take some time. But I do think this game will make its mark as one of, if not the highest grossing or the highest selling anime games of all time, right? I think it has to clear 12 or 13 or maybe 15 million, somewhere in that range. And that's a big ask, but like, this is a good sign. Getting almost 100,000 people, is a really good sign. And this is, again, the early access type stuff. These are not the end numbers. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.